All right, are you guys all set and ready to go? Oh my god.
Red 1 standing by.
Blue 7 standing by. I should have gotten the promotion already, but
Really gotta get the HR on that.
Yeah, Blue 1 through 6 haven't died yet. So
You'll be in the new Boba Fett series. Don't worry,
That's
that'll
fair.
be your promotion. Hey, welcome back to Anime Casuals. I'm Lucky.
Here I go! This hand of mine is burning red!
And I'm Michael. Realize the only ones who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed.
Johnny.
Your darkness swallowed up my son? Who decided that?
Erupting! Burning!
Now all of you,
Die.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I am Lucky.
And I'm Michael.
Johnny.
And we make up Anime Casuals. Today, for our casual discussion, actually, by the way, Happy New Year to everybody, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. We weren't here last week, but, you guys could still check out our videos on the top 5 anime coming out in winter 2021. Wow, 2021, that's so weird to say. And, and Michael's video on Laid Back Camp. And, you guys can go check those out. And then, by the time this comes out, my video on constructing the Gundam. Oh, snap, there it is. My video on constructing the Mobile Suit Gundam RX-78-2 model that Michael got from me for Christmas should be out by now, which, spoiler alert, it takes me a very long time to do. And, so I can show you guys the head.
I was gonna say I want to see it.
The head, it's barely showing because...
Was that like that standard one?
Yeah, it's the original
I know that's
one.
super.
I won't show
vague
you
way to say
everything
it.
of it.
It's the OG, or as close to OG as I could
it's got,
find.
like, the
Yeah,
shield and
it is the
sword.
OG.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
so that's the OG after
Like the real one in
Amuro like
Japan.
gets it all decked out and stuff. So
If he shakes it, you can hear the rattling around of missing parts.
yeah, there you go.
No, spoilers,
Yeah,
sorry.
I thought he was telling me he didn't let those out. What?
Yeah, dude, it's basically like an IKEA set. Once you do it without the instruction, you end up with like 3 things that you don't even know where they go to. But the thing still holds up, so it works out. So today we're going to be talking about some of our anime that we've chosen for an upcoming video series that we're going to be doing, basically on nostalgia, all that good stuff. And it's going to be basically a nostalgia week, but like a week and a half because there's 3 of us and we usually do 2 videos a week of edited content and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're just going to be telling you what those anime are, but mostly we're going to be focusing on the anime that we didn't go with, which I actually have quite a few that it took me a little while to finally narrow one down. But why don't we go around real quick and just tell everybody what our anime that we did choose was, and then once we get back to me, I'll start with an anime that I didn't choose. But yeah, so my anime that I chose for this was Samurai Champloo. And what about you, Michael?
I was gonna say we're just gonna go around and then we're gonna stop on Lucky for 30 minutes and then we're gonna come back around.
Exactly. That's what this is for.
I chose Yu Yu Hakusho.
What about you,
So
Joe?
weird. I actually forgot what I had watched for a second there. It was a weird like stage fright moment. My brain was like, "It's gone." I have no idea what you watched.
You've never watched it
I was
before.
freaking out. But Blue Submarine number 6 or
Yeah.
Blue Sub 6.
Yeah, I've
Blue Sub Six.
I'm actually really interested in that one because I've never heard of that, man. That's crazy. I mean, it
That is a
sounds really
strange one.
it sounds really familiar, but yeah.
Mhm.
So but yeah, one of the ones that I did not choose because mainly because I couldn't find I couldn't find it streaming anywhere. I only found a movie of it, and then all the clips I would have found of it are just like dog crap. Like they're 240p is like the highest I can get up to, which is Sailor Moon. I actually was really interested into seeing if it's still held up. Now there is one called like Sailor Moon Crystal, which is supposed to be like a remake of the original
Yes.
one kind of thing with some updated graphics. I might be interested in like checking it out. I know I've heard some things about the animation, but it still sounds pretty interesting to me. But yeah, I really wanted to check it out just because that was funny enough. I think that was either the first or second anime, like real anime exposure. I remember I was watching it in like first grade or kindergarten, like something like that. And
Wow.
Yeah, that's how long ago that was. So yeah, what about you, Michael? What was one of the ones you skipped over?
Dude, I was on like that same wavelength where I was like, what's something that I watched heavily? And like the first thing that came to mind was like Big O, which if you've never watched Big O, it was like OG Adult Swim that was basically like, hey, did you watch Gundam? Okay, now we take Batman, we put him into Gundam, and we give him like crazy like butler lady, and then we got go fight other things. And that's basically what it was. And I was gonna like jump back into it, but one, I couldn't find it, even though it's probably somewhere available really easily. But
Check Toonami.com. No.
what? And that's one of those things. It's like Toonami and Adult Swim. I've lost access to because I don't have a Cartoon Network
right.
subscription anymore. So I didn't even bother checking them because I was like, if it's there, I can't watch it anyways. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna dive right back into the Big O, and I was like, no, that's okay. No,
It's one of those anime I've seen like the first episode or something like 11 times.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because it would always pop on, I'd be like, I don't know what this is about. I have no idea. He fights someone. He's got a robot butler.
Yep.
I mean, a
That lady's
robot
cool.
maid. No,
Yep.
that's robot maid. And I don't know where the series goes from there.
Then he goes Big O, and
Yeah,
then
that's it.
and then a robot comes.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what happens after that.
I really wish
That's
Batman had a big Gundam because I don't know, like Batman's really cool, but I mean, then you add a giant robot, be even cooler, right? Because he always got that like
It
big
could
bat suit that he used to fight Superman. But what if it was the size of a Gundam? It'd be even worse because it'd be really slow.
Yeah, I was gonna
That
say.
would be a lot of money there.
Actually, there is a slight shout out to it in my Toonami video because it was also on Toonami. So yeah, that really worked out pretty well too. What about you, Johnny? What did you skip over?
I went through a lot.
What
Funny
did you
enough,
not
I
watch?
forget what I originally was gonna do, but I know what my beat choices were. I thought about doing like Rurouni Kenshin, just because I haven't seen it in a while, and I thought it'd be fun. Couple other ones like Metabots. That's a really fun one that I want to rewatch fully. Stuff like that. That's it. I was gonna watch Tenchi Muyo, but I don't know. It's just I didn't think it was gonna pique my interest enough necessarily, and I don't know. When I stumbled upon Blue Sub 6, I was like, yeah, that was a really weird anime I saw. Let's go see what happened with that.
It's blue. It's a sub. It's number 6. It all works out.
It's still a weird anime, but we'll get into that at some point.
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna talk about your video, but you were also like, it's a movie and it's a series. I don't know what's going
it's like
on.
an OVA in 4 parts.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
range from 23, like 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So
Lucky you got your next tier.
strange.
Well, actually, Johnny took one of them, which was Rurouni Kenshin. That was also going to be mine. I was capturing some stuff for my Toonami video, and Rurouni Kenshin was on it, as well as Yu Yu Hakusho. That was another one that I was going to choose. But yeah, it's like Rurouni Kenshin was just one of those shows where it like really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and then it got me into Samurai X, which was him during the Batosai days and all that kind of stuff. So. Yeah, it was definitely like a really good one. I'm trying to think of some other. Oh, that was right. Another one that I didn't get a chance to. Really look. Well, okay, I found it, not anywhere except for YouTube, and it was dog crap quality again, which was Hamtaro. I saw the whole first episode of Hamtaro.
Wow.
I saw the entire first episode of the first Hamtaro, dubbing,
Does it
all that
hold
stuff.
up?
No, but man, the nostalgia is there, man. It threw me off because I used to play this game. I'm trying to remember what the heck it's called. I think it's like Ham Adventure,
Ham Racer.
Ham Heartbreak, or something like that.
Hamtaro.
But yeah, anyway, it was this really stupid Game Boy Advance game that was really hard. I remember I got stuck on a couple levels, and this was kind of before the Google was such a prominent choice. So we only had like one. We only had like one computer in the house, so I had to like wait for like my whole family to just get off of it so I could be like, well, how the heck do I beat this level? And I gotta admit, like, it's when I watched it, I just remember being like, you guys remember in Fire Force when Arthur is doing his he catches the doctor guy by surprise because he goes like full retard for a second, where he goes like, ugh, and he's got an empty brain. That's kind of how I felt the whole episode. I was just like, I feel like I don't have to pay attention to any of this, and it's funny because that went after like it was either I think it was like at 4:30. I still remember the time slots for some reason. I think it was like at 4:30 or 4 that it would show, and it would kind of get you like dulled down so that it could ramp up when Dragon Ball Z got on or Yu Yu Hakusho got on, and it was really like you really start to appreciate anime like that are just kind of chill. And I think like the worst thing that happens is this guy Oxnard always loses his sunflower seed, and then like you have to go find it, and he's like, oh
Yeah,
my
the
god, I can't
hamsters.
believe this.
It's got to be chill.
Yeah, so Hamtaro is definitely another pick, but like I said, I could not find it anywhere.
Oh, Lucky.
Shut up, you don't know me.
Anime hamsters.
Yeah, the hamsters. I was gonna jump back into Ranma 1/2. And then I was like 9 seasons and like nearly like 180 episodes. So I was like, I don't think I can summarize this in the time I want to for this video without like keeping it really basic. And there's a ton of characters that come in within like 3 seasons, which is like, I think like 60 episodes or 70 episodes. And I was like, I will cut 50 episodes out to go to Yu Yu Hakusho. It'll be a little easier. I've already talked about Ranma on this. And then I was going to like take a deep dive and go adventuring down Digimon's route or Yu-Gi-Oh! But I was like, psh, people haven't watched those by now. It's like, we're good. We don't need to bring those back. You can watch the new stuff. Go watch Pokemon Sword. Watch Yu-Gi-Oh! XG, XDV. DVD, and there's plenty of new versions of these. I was actually really trying to get Johnny into watching Dragon Ball because
That's what I gotta watch. I think about it like all the time, but I just haven't gone back and watched it.
the biggest DBZ fan, and he hasn't watched the Origins of Goku.
I don't know. Josh might be a little bit bigger than me. Anime Josh, maybe.
Hold on.
He probably knows more.
The second biggest DBZ fan.
I'm okay with that.
But otherwise, like I was like really looking down that Toonami route. Luckily, Lucky did a video about that.
Say it 4 more times.
I was gonna say.
Luckily, Lucky.
Luckily.
Luckily. I was gonna jump down that Toonami route and just check out a couple of them, but a lot of them are harder to find nowadays.
Dude, I was thinking about that, and one thing that came up during the Toonami video was Dot Hack Sign. Do you guys remember that thing? I never watched it, but I saw
vaguely.
commercials for it, and I was terrified of it because it looked like a really creepy show and all that stuff. And then here I am, like years later, watching like Sword Art Online, which is basically the same premise, and I was just like, oh my god, dude, I completely forgot about Dot Hack Sign, but yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Dude, that was actually gonna be one of them because I knew nobody really had watched. It's like a weird niche show it was like kind of smack in the middle of a couple like popular anime that were on Toonami, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll do Dot Hack Sign because nobody knows what that's about, and it's like original Sword Art Online. Dude falls into a coma while in this like a VR game, and then can't get out of it, and he's like the only one, and that's the difference between Sword Art is that this dude was the only person to get trapped in the game and doesn't know why. And I was like, I watched a ton of episodes about it, and it was like, I still don't know what this is about. What am I watching every time? Like, there's stuff that's like, oh my god, we gotta do this, and I'm like, but why? Like, you just played a video game.
Wow, I didn't know that's what it was about.
Yeah,
That's what I had always like seen around, but I'd be like, this is boring, and I'd flip it.
well, and that's the weird issue with it is that occasionally while watching it, you'll see flashes back to like a person in bed, like in a hospital bed, and like there'll be random flashes of that happening, but only like towards the beginning and towards the very end of the show, because I don't know if I ever watched it. But it was strange, and because everybody else was basically normal, but like they do talk about during it, like the Sword Art Online approach where they, you don't meet each other, or I guess more like a Gun Gale Online where they don't have the same character profile as they are in real life, which they did have in Sword Art.
Okay.
And they talk about that. It was like, this is not what I really look like. I'm not actually big, or, I'm not actually small. And they kind of approached that topic first. And I was like, oh, that's a really cool way to jump into internet talk early on. Being okay with people you're talking to online, not knowing who they actually are. You can't love me. You don't know what I look
I have
like.
to look into this anime a little bit more.
Ready Player One.
Actually, my last question: is he playing with other people?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
currently
a massively multiplayer online.
Well, I didn't know
style.
how, like, I don't know, we call it isekai. It was where, like, Overlord just literally goes to a different world.
It was,
So he's just like locked in the game.
yeah, but unlike Sword Art, I don't think they're still connected to anything. It was like their brain got trapped in the game, and then they got pulled out of it and transferred to a hospital. And then they were just in a coma for a really long time. And I'm a casual, so if I got that all wrong, who cares?
There you go.
Right?
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Did you have any more, Johnny, or did you kind of list them?
I had one that I was kind of joking about, but more I think about it, I want to watch it.
One
Remember,
Piece.
it's Ultimate Muscle.
Oh yeah.
I want to watch Ultimate Muscle because after seeing like Food Wars and different, Golden Kamui, the semi-food anime, I just want to see what they do. I'm not expecting anything crazy, but how they incorporate that into wrestling could be fun. So I just want to check it out again.
Funnily enough, we talked about that on the episode that Lucky mysteriously vanished. And I kept going, Johnny, every time you speak about this anime, I'm like, I don't even know what this is. This is a crazy anime.
But
it sounds really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like if you see it, you'd know who the person is. But like, yeah, it's a really strange like wrestling weird anime, but intergalactic wrestling anime
that's
kind of
intergalactic wrestling.
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah, with a bald character with really big lips and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Lucky, you had any more?
Actually, so this is a joke one, but as kind of like
you both have joke ones.
Yeah, but as I was thinking about it, I was
serious.
like, you know what? Should I give this a second chance? But mine is definitely more of a joke one, which would have been Code Lyoko. Because I saw it on Netflix and I was like, wait a minute, how is this still on
Lyoko.
Netflix? I don't know if it still is. I could not be on there, but I was like, how is it that
That's
some of
not
my
funny.
how is it that some of yeah, it's true. How is it that like all of these how is it that all these really good anime have like left Netflix and then all of a sudden you remember Avatar used to be on Netflix and then it left and then it came back, right? And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, what in the world? How's Code Lyoko on there? And I was just like,
Dude,
okay, maybe I
don't
missed
know.
something. And all I remember is that stupid nerd guy always going like, Aelita, oh my god, Aelita. By the way, Aelita's the stupid AI girl that this nerd guy falls in love with, and he's like
Yeah.
he's like the tank or like Tank from Matrix, the guy that's outside of the Matrix. It's like telling everybody what to do, but he never actually does anything. But yeah, I do remember watching quite a bit of it for some reason. It was kind of like, well, I don't want to miss the other shows, so I gotta make sure I'm there on that channel, So it's just one of those things.
If you guys got joke ones, well, I got a joke one. I'm gonna rewatch Gargoyles and Street Sharks. That's gonna be my anime.
Well, let's calm down. We're actually talking about anime. Let's calm down here. Let's calm down here. By the way, if we ever do need a Gargoyles expert, my mom is super into Gargoyles. She rewatched it when it came on Disney when Disney Plus came on. That was the first show that she watched, and yeah, that was like the only show that she watched with me that she actually thought was good. Besides Power Rangers, because she thought
Lucky,
Tommy was cute.
Did you watch Gargoyles today? Yes, Mom. Okay.
What happened to Thanatos? What happened to him? Yeah, no. But yeah, what made you guys choose that anime that you went with? Because for me, it was it was actually one of the first animes that I didn't feel like I should be watching because it was on Adult Swim. So I was like, oh, this is bad. Like, I'm like, oh my god. But then as I got into it, I was like, oh my god, this is. It really. Well, first off, you know what? I'm gonna have to look this up in a little bit, but it has like a similar animation to Boondocks. And yeah, it's very close to it. So I don't know if it is the same animation team that does it, but yeah, it looks very good, and yeah, it was one of those things where it infuses Japanese and the samurai culture with hip hop and more common threads really well. But yeah, I really wanted to kind of talk about it because it is a very unique take on the samurai genre. And plus I had to watch my favorite character Gene again, so yeah, there you go.
Johnny?
I was gonna do Tenchi Muyo for the longest time, but then I switched. I don't really know why, other than Blue Sub 6 was the bigger mystery. With Tenchi Muyo, the biggest things I can remember is he's, I don't know, on Earth or in just like a normal house. Maybe it's somewhere else. I actually don't know. But it's normal, and then it ends with some crazy space battle. I think. I don't know. I mean, again, that's all I remember. But I don't know. Blue Sub 6, I remember flashes of the submarine looking cool, and it seemed like a bigger mystery to me. Because watching the end, there's a scene that's just really sad, and I couldn't remember why. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think that's why I went with Blue Sub 6. I don't really have a good reason other than it was an excuse to solve that mystery, I guess.
Did the submarine like jump over a piece of land and over a boy and then like wave goodbye at everybody and then went back into the sea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's eerily similar to Free Willy, so yeah.
What?
Buzz Sub 6. I got into Yu Yu Hakusho, back into it. I was telling Lucky the other day, which I'll talk about in my video, how sad the first episode was. Like, I was not expecting to tear up, but I totally did. I was not expecting the emotional impact, and that's mostly the reason why I chose it, is to jump back into it and see how I reacted to it. And the other reason would be because I don't think I ever watched it in order. Like most stuff we watched on Adult Swim or Toonami is like you would see like the first 20 episodes and then you would lose some of the episodes somewhere and then you would jump back in like during the next like 30 or like 20 episodes later. And so if you've ever watched Yu Yu Hakusho, it's like, oh yeah, I remember him dying and, fighting, fighting Hiei and Kuruma and, like getting into that thing and really becoming a spirit detective. And then stuff happened. And then there was the Dark Tournament. And then stuff happened. And then I kind of jumped in at the end of the anime. So, like, it's also one I read. So that's the other reason. Like, I got 3 reasons why I jumped into it. And a lot of nostalgia runs heavily with this. And I really want to know, does it hold up visually? Yeah, it does. It looks good. So
that was close. I thought we had another mystery game.
Yeah,
plus that theme song is killer.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, so does my girl Botan in there, man. One of my first anime crushes. Holy crap, dude.
English is
Yeah.
she?
Dude, that really threw me off. She was one of the first, because in Tenchi Muyo, there's this purple-haired princess that tries to do an English accent. Sounds terrible. I don't even know what I gotta figure out what the heck I was on as a kid, because Tenchi Muyo, dude, some of the dubbing in that, I'm just like, especially Tenchi's voice. What are you doing? Oh my god, dude. And it's so Canadian, dude. It's just like you can tell it's voiced by like an all Canadian cast. Like you can just tell they got people just straight out of the freaking bush over there in Canada. Oh my god, but yeah, it was so yeah, I'm very excited about these nostalgia weeks. I really got into rewatching anime for some reason. I kind of got tired of watching new anime. Like, I actually talked about this in one of my Lucky rants where I was just like, I don't know what it is about new anime. I just kind of want to go back a little bit. Even just capturing stuff for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I was like, wow, it really makes me want to go back to Fullmetal Alchemist. But then I remember that what Fullmetal Alchemist did at like towards the middle and to the end, I was like, not as satisfying. So maybe I won't go back to that. That was another pick that I was going to choose. And then Brotherhood just does it so much better. I don't know. I don't know what to say. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, you guys can expect those videos out in the next couple of weeks. This is going to be our nostalgia 2 weeks week. I want to call it nostalgia week because I think that sounds better than 2 weeks.
Blast from the past.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Well, once we figure out an actual name for it, it'll be
TM.
there. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
Johnny coming up with good name. Okay, that's his job. He's coming up with all our names. From
Yeah, I was gonna say you usually do that, Johnny. Stop it. Stop doing that. Also, I want to say thank you to all of our newest subscribers. We really do appreciate it. We are pushing 50. We're at 48 right now, subscribers. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for supporting us. We really do appreciate that. And yeah, maybe our goal for, since we're talking about, since it is the New Year's, we're actually literally recording this on January 1st. New Year's resolution of mine for this channel is to hit 100 subscribers by at least in about 6 months, so by about June. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like I said, we do really appreciate you guys checking out our content. Anime is something that we all, if it weren't for anime, I wouldn't be talking to these guys. They're kind of weird. So it is what it is, and it is.
Same.
Anime Casuals is disbanded after. No, there's like
Hey, you
Fox
want to go
Live, too.
start our own channel where we hate Unlucky?
No, come back, you
Yes.
guys. But yeah, so it's great to talk about our passion to all you guys, and every now and then when I get to go on Omegle and talk to you guys, it's always nice to talk to other anime people out there, and nice to see how the anime genre has grown. But yeah, like I said, go ahead and check out our newest stuff coming out next week, and check out some of our older stuff that came out last week. We are back on our regular schedule come next week. So yeah. And I forgot what I was going to say. I feel like there was more that I had to say, but it doesn't matter, because all we need to remember is to keep it casual.